Hey guys, this is Face Blast from Reddit Templars, giving you our war recap from our recent war with Red Eclipse. And let's go ahead and go in there and look at it. We ended up winning 60 to 59. Now we actually ended up being short 2 attacks. We had an 8.5 that overslept and we missed 2 attacks, but we still managed to pull out the win. So let's go ahead and look. They did a pretty decent job of 3-starring us. They had just a few bases that weren't cleaned up, and as you can see, we had a couple of Town Hall 3s that we brought in just to help make sure that we got the matchup. And over on their side, we had a few bases that we weren't able to clean. We did have to drop down, and we had 2 Town Hall 9s attack Town Hall 8s. But, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. They had 1 Town Hall 9 drop down and attack a Town Hall 8. The base took 6 hits before Town Hall 9 came down and cleaned it up, so that was pretty impressive. So it was definitely a good war. Red Eclipse. That was a tough fought war. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some attacks here. First one I'm going to show you is Aether, and this one there was a scout from a Town Hall 8 just due to a mix-up. So he did have a scout, but other than that, it was a fresh hit. He ended up going in with this shattered GoVaHo. He did a quad Quake in the middle. Smart move here. He used, I'm sorry, GoVaLo, not GoVaHo. He did do a smart thing and used a couple minions here to take out a cannon and to get his funnel set for his Valks to move through the base. And he's just setting it up now. Here goes his first golem and his second behind it. Just gets that funnel set with a few whiz. He's going to send in his wall breakers here. And once the golems get in and draw the fire, he's going to send in the Valks. And they're just going to start going through the base. That king is just about ready to pull them in. And there was a CC golem. And that goes down pretty quick. So at this point, the center's kind of all open up. Queen's down, king's down. He's still got plenty of Valks up. His king and his queen. There's 3 of the 480s down. There's the 4th one, and he starts just kind of surgically in his loons here. He's still got a golem, 2 golems up, taking fire, just letting his crew go through. And let's see, here we go. At this point, he's pretty much on cleanup. This base is pretty much wrecked. There's nothing that can really stop him now. His queen's still up, his king's still up, and there goes the last defense. So we'll go ahead and kick this up on cleanup. He did keep 2 wizards so that he could drop them for cleanup. He puts them one kind of northwest and one in southwest just to help speed things up. And there he goes. There's the 3 stars. Good job, Aether. That was a nice hit. So the next one I'm going to take you to is a fresh hit on number 5 by Caleb. He's from Mount Dumplin. He came over to help us fill out a war weight and ended up having a really nice war. So he's going to go in here. He's going to start off with a Queen Walk, and I believe he's going to do a Shattered GoVaHo after that. He's going to drop his queen up here, kind of on the northeast, and she's going to walk and end up taking out both of the heroes and the CC, so he gets a ton of work out of that queen. Just kind of setting his funnel, and down she goes. And here she starts moving through. Pretty soon she's going to get the attention of the king. And Caleb here rages up the healers to make sure that that queen stays up. He ends up popping her ability, takes out the king, takes out the queen, and she just starts moving through. She kind of creates her own funnel to get through into the base here. The CC starts coming out. He drops a hog to get them pulled, and he's got a couple poisons here that he uses there. And it's about this point he starts his he starts his golems and his king, and actually it's just a cold-blooded, sorry, not a shattered. So I had a little bit of a wall breaker fail because the Wiz Tower and everything wasn't targeting the golem. Ends up having to break into a pocket that I don't think he was planning on. And here's where he does something that's kind of interesting. He kind of lets the Valks sit here and break through this wall because he didn't want to use his jump yet. He had enough Valks up, and he still had some Golemites that were tanking for him, so he lets them beat through that wall, heals him back up right here, and then he'll drop the jump just to make sure he gets enough use out of that spell and let them travel through the base. Really smart, really patient move on his part. I probably would have done a panic jump to get them through the base. He just sprinkles in a few hogs while these defenses are distracted and starts working down through the base. At this point, it's pretty close to game over. He does trip the double bombs there. It's alright, he still had a ton of hogs left to drop in on these few defenses. And his king unfortunately got trapped and is beaten on a wall. But queen's still up, still pretty much at full health. And at this point, it's a good game. He's got a swag poison he's going to drop right here. Oh, no, he pocket poison, sorry. Apologize for that. Wow. So, very good attack there by Caleb. Fresh hit. Definitely appreciate him coming over and helping us out. Then we have, next we've got a hit by Aether801. She's from Reddit Beta. She also came over to help us fill weights, one of the two people that we had to bring over. And this attack here is a very good attack. Ends up doing it in under 2 minutes. And this is a quad Quake GoVaHo. And she actually ends up using a jump, a heal, and a rage with this attack too, which is pretty interesting. And so this one was a cleanup attack. I think it had already been hit once, so she had a decent idea of where things were. But excellent attack. Drops the jump there to, after setting the funnel, to get her heroes and her Valks in. And they're just going to go straight to that queen and take her out. And at this point, her queen actually starts going for a walk, which probably kind of helps her out because there's nothing really hitting on that hound right there. There's a couple wizards following it, but that's about it. She rage heals those Valks, and they just keep going to work. And now she's got the Hogs coming in, going in for a little bit of defenses. She hits a double set right here up by that AD. No big deal though, because at this point the base is pretty much gutted. Her queen's still up, her king's still up. She's still got a bunch of Valks. She's got some golems. I think a golem and a golemite's up, a few Hogs. So at this point, it's game over. She rages her king, and she's on cleanup here. She just cruises through. Hound finally pops, but at this point there's nothing that can be done. So great attack. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for warring with us. We appreciate it. And so with that, we're going to drop down and do some Town Hall 8s. These were all cleared. These were pretty good attacks. We had Buffy McRib coming in here with, she did a Deez Nuts on 13. turned out pretty well. So we cleaned up everything down here, but I want to show you a couple of Town Hall 8 attacks. First one, we got Otaku, heading number 20 here, and he's going to actually do a Shattered GoVaHo. Uses some loons here at the beginning to pick off these mortars, which is, I thought, pretty creative. Good use, nice 1-for-1 trades. That air bomb there kind of ruined that third mortar, but it was okay. Sends in a few hogs here to trigger the CC, pull him out. One thing he's usually really good at is clean CC kills, and he does it again. Triggers the CC, pulls him over, and then does the barb train with the wizards following it up, so that the troops never really target the wizards, and they just tear down the CC troops. And once this last loon goes down, he's going to drop his golems over kind of on the southeast at that mortar and cannon. I'm sorry, the mortar and the archer tower. Gets his funnel going with the few whiz he has remaining, breaks open those walls. And he's got some CC Valks, and he brought 2 of his own. He's just going to send those in here in a minute, and they're just going to tear up the base. So this was also a fresh hit. This was actually the first hit of the war. So it was nice to start off with a solid 3-star here. He's able to go through, and I think he triggers a double set with his Valks and Golem. I think the Golems are going to walk over a bomb. Valks just triggered one, and then there's the second of the double set. So at this point, he's still got a heal left. He's got a few hogs up. His 2 golems still haven't popped. His king's still there. And it's pretty much cleanup time at this point. He's got 3 defenses left, but with the troops he has left, they're all targeting the golems, so his hogs just kind of go through and clear them out. And I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. His looking at his wall breaker there, it actually came through and helped his king beat through, so that was kind of nice. Just kind of dropping him for swag and ended up helping out. So, nice attack, Otaku. Next we got Nishi, who's coming in here, hitting 21. I think this was a cleanup attack. He just straight hogs it. And he actually drops a few hogs, uses hogs and heal to get the CC, and to clean out a double giant bomb spot. So you watch here, after they hit this Tesla, they're going to path into that AD, pop that double set, and at this point he's got the CC triggered. So not a bad investment for, I think he used about 11 hogs there, but with this comp he's got so many hogs left that it really doesn't matter. Once those bombs are gone, he's got 2 poisons. There's pretty much nothing that's going to be able to stop him at this point. He just pulls him over a little bit. He'll drop a poison on 2 different groups of troops there. He's going to use his king and a few wizards here to distract some defenses, and then the hogs are going to go in once these CC troops die. So there we go, he's got his king down. He's got a few wiz to start taking some of the trash out. Gets his CC hogs out. Starts sprinkling in some other ones. And still at this point, he's got 17 hogs still just sitting there, waiting to go out. Drops his second heal there. Frankly, I'm not even sure he needed that, but with that giant bomb, I guess it helped out. He just starts, sprinkling around the base. He went in a counterclockwise all the way around, and at this point, he's just had so many hogs left. There's 2 defenses, 3 defenses left. Nothing's going to stop it. He's got he's still got a heal left. The king's about to go down. skelly traps are gone. So he's just cleaning up right now. And I think he's going to swag the heal there. Yep, there he goes. So really nice attack, Niche. That was great. And so those are the main attacks I wanted to show you. Now, we did have a couple that I wanted to show you too, just as kind of a bonus. I'm going to run through this one on double speed. Will was in our clan for a while. He's friends with Utako in our clan. They go to school together. So there was a little bit of pride riding on this war. He ended up leaving our clan, going over to Red Eclipse. So we definitely wanted to make sure that he got 3-starred. He did defend 2 attacks, so we sent Mike in. Mike is actually, pretty well built up Town Hall 9. Got level 4 golems, max Valks, max Hogs, 12/12 heroes, so Will was a little outmatched, but nonetheless, we still wanted to make sure that we got that base cleaned up. So here's Mike coming in, doing an excellent job with a GoVaHo and just shredding this base. Good try, Will, just not quite strong enough to stop this. So you can see he's just kind of sprinkling in. That double set actually didn't trigger as a double. It triggered one at a time, so that helped out. And here he goes. It's game over at this point. Lots of Hogs, lots of Valks, both heroes still up. And he swagged the poison there at the end. That was nice of him. So, good hit, Mike. Thanks for 3-starring Will. And now the last attack I want to show you is actually one of those dreaded 99% 2-stars. So if you look, we had 6 and 7. We had a 97% 2-star and a 99% 2-star. So I'm going to show you Vengeance's attack here. It was pretty good. It was a variation of Deez nuts, but what he does is he actually does a queen charge and sends it in, is able to take out 3 air defenses with his queen charge. So there was a pocket in the base. So Grantham, I don't know if that was intentional, but you might want to move your queen down 1 space so that it can't be an easy queen swap like this. Golem pops out of the CC. That's not really going to cause this attack any problem. He gets his queen down, and he's just starting to let her work right here. So at this point, he's setting down a whiz to get that funnel going, make sure his queen was ready to charge in. And might have been a little early on the poison, but maybe not actually. So he ends up raging his queen and the healers to get her through. She pops both of those, and then she starts going the way he wanted her. He's already got a whiz there. That elixir storage is out of range of defenses, and so are all those on the left. Those archers are set just to kind of help take out those. He breaks in, and he's got his queen's charge all set up. As soon as she takes out this elixir collector, she's just going to walk into this base. And so at this point, we've got her focusing on the first air defense. That's about to go down. And now she's started in. She's taken out the Wiz Tower. And he's just dropping his dragons to come in and start mopping up. And he's going to go ahead and zap Quake the far air defense. His queen, he go ahead and uses her ability to make sure she gets down both of those air defenses. And at this point, it's just dragons going. The one thing that he probably messed up on is he's got his hound out there, but he zap quaked the top air defense and all the other ones were down, so the hound's just kind of floating around just like the dragons. The hound doesn't pop, and I don't think actually gets many defenses to target the Hound. So that's one of the problems. He runs out of time, and if that Hound had popped, it would have been game over. But you can see a couple of Seeking Air Mines just came through, took out I think 2 of the dragons, and right there at this point this base is pretty much gutted. But he just does not have enough time, even starting some of those side buildings early. And so it still ended up being a really nice attack. It's unfortunate that it ended this way, but if you look at that Elixir Collector right there, just doesn't get it. So 99% 2-star. So still great attack vengeance. It was right there. So that's pretty much what I've got for the war recap, guys. It turned out being probably a little longer than I had planned, but sorry about that. So anyways, great war, Red Eclipse. We enjoyed it. We definitely thought it was going to be a tough one, and it turned out that way. So good job, guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.